Nick Dinsmore or what?
I'm sure it'll be Eugene. I mean, nobody knows who Nick Dinsmore is. You know,
but he could just start a new character because, you know.
Yeah, well, he could, but I think they want him more as, you know, an agent or a producer role. So he would only make special, if you will, no pun intended, appearances on on WWE television.
Nice.
Yeah, baby.
I like it.
But Rob Conway was off to come back and turned it down because he's got a full-time job and wrestles on the indie scene every now and then and is doing well. Didn't want to pass up the full-time job that he had to go back on the road, especially being a producer and agent. You're going to be needed at house shows, so you're basically back on a full-time schedule with WWE. So he turned down that deal. A little bit of TNA news before you. Trina Michaels, former porn star turned wrestling manager, she's going to be on hand at the next set of TNA Impact tapings in Orlando, Florida. She wasn't there this past week on the next set, which is about 3 weeks away. 3 weeks away. She is scheduled to be used. Mick Foley's actually name dropped her several times in the past few months on Impact. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with her. TNA reached a deal with Playboy, as most of you guys know, over the weekend. Tracy Brooks has posed for the magazine, and it will be out October 6th. I'm going to say October 6th.
Sounds good enough.
I'm not positive. So, yeah.
Is there any update on the Jeff Jarrett, Kurt Angle, Karen Angle, all that? Is there any update on that yet, or is it still where we last left it?
Basically where we left basically where we left. Yeah, I'm not even going to try it.
Last left it.
No real new updates. Jeff has still been sent home and not going to be on the next few weeks of Impact, obviously. And
they've already taped them,
Yeah, may miss the next set of Impact tapings as well. That'll be interesting to see. That
means he'd miss the pay-per-view, too, coming up.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. The next pay-per-view is Hard Justice on August 16th.
Yeah, but they've filmed like 3 weeks of Impact already, so if he's not on any of that, I don't see him how he doesn't have a match for the pay-per-view. He wouldn't be on.
No, he won't be on the pay-per-view, but it'll be the tapings after that, the August 17th Monday Impact tapings. It'll be interesting to see if he shows up there. So I don't know. And two more TNA bits. Taz's arrival in TNA. He worked backstage as an agent. There's been some talks about an announcer role. He's not going to wrestle within the company. So we'll have to wait and see if they do a 3-man announce team or if Don West is out.
I hope it's Don West out.
They will keep him around because he does a lot of promotion.
He can do like backstage interviews or something instead of some hot chick every week, you know.
Oh yeah, Don West. I don't feel that Don West would be out of a job. Mike Tenay is one of the smartest guys in the business, and I think he does a fine job. I think
Tenay and Taz would make a great team. I think it would be just like Cole and Taz, which was good. You know, Taz is good. You know,
Taz is real good, man, and Tenay is just as good, if not better. So I mean, they would make. I mean, as far as smarts, you know what I mean? Smarts.
Yeah, I think their styles would blend good. You know, Cole. Tenay's a real straight guy, like Cole, and Taz is very animated and very colorful with his commentary. So. Right.
And for those of you guys who wonder what TNA pay-per-views draw as far as buy rates,
I'm one of those people.
The TNA Slammiversary pay-per-view, which is it is one of their big ones. You've got Bound for Glory, which is the big of the big, and Slammiversary is.
What was Slammiversary? When was that? What was the main event?
Was
that the last pay-per-view?
Mick Foley. It was Kurt Angle, Mick Foley, Jeff Jarrett, AJ Styles, and Samoa Joe in a King of the Mountain match for the.
I remember that.
Title. Drew, pay-per-view buy rate number. The early word is. Let me guess.
65,000.
What'd you say?
65,000.
65,000. 65,000. What if I told you? What if I told you that the early reports coming in say 7,000?
Oh my God, 7,000? That's it?
7,000.
Wow, I wasn't even close. I'm there.
And they say that TNA pay-per-views aren't drawing any more than 10,000 buy rates.
That's
what I mean?
How are they surviving?
Surviving on merchandise and house show revenues and
they don't do many house shows though. I don't know, man.
I know, geez. And the impact rating is not. You know what I mean? I mean, it's kind of stuck.
Don't they have like a crappy deal with Spike TV too? You said that where they don't make a lot of money off the TV deal they have.
Yeah. I mean,
they were just happy to get the deal, so they didn't get like a great percentage of the commercial profit or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, people were shocked when that 7,000 figure came out. You know what I mean?
Pathetic.
It's horrible. It's horrible. I mean, that is shockingly low.
I mean, look at the comparison in TV ratings to pay-per-view buys. UFC for their Ultimate Fighter reality show, you get maybe a 1.0, 1.1. For a live UFC fight night, you get maybe a 1.2, 1.3, 1.4 if it's real good. Somewhere in that range.
Right.
Impact, and then that converts to, 700,000, 800,000, 1 million pay-per-view buys. And the TNA, they do 1.2, 1.3 consistently, and they can only draw 7,000. They get the same amount of eyeballs watching their stuff on TV. They don't get nearly as much press, obviously, because it's not a real sport. But I don't think it makes a